Hey everybody, it's Ronco Johnson. It's your lifestyle focused wealth coach. How's everybody doing today? Thank you for joining us. Hey, we got a wonderful program coming up for you today. Happy Independence Day. It's Lifestyle Focus Friday. And today we're going to celebrate more than just fireworks, you guys, and our founding fathers. This is the time that we're going to celebrate and choose to celebrate our future. But real independence isn't declared by the way the parchment is. It's built through purpose, it's built through planning, and it's a powerful strategy if you decide to use it. Hello, everyone. My name is Ronco Johnson. I'm your lifestyle focused wealth coach. And we're not just talking about chasing prosperity. See, here we design legacies that speak long after we're gone. On this 4th of July, I challenge you. And I want to know, what kind of freedom are you really living for? That's right. What are you living for? So stay tuned, sit back, relax, and hang out with your boy. I got more for you on the inside. You don't want to miss it, so stick around to the end. I'll see you there. Hey everybody, it's Ronco Johnson keeping you company at this afternoon. How are you? It's Lifestyle Focus Friday and it's the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Man, I sound happy to get to the end of the week, right? I'm really happy to get to the end of the week because, today is just one of those days where you get a chance to sit back and reflect, hang out with family and friends, and you start to barbecue and hang out by the poolside, especially if you're in Atlanta. It's a hot one today. It's a beautiful day outside. And I'm assuming that as long as we don't get any rain, you're going to be able to get fireworks of your hopes and dreams this evening. But today we're here to talk about not just fireworks, not just our founding fathers, but we're here to celebrate your choice of making your financial freedom a reality. And that's what we do here. This is Lifestyle Focused Wealth. We talk about what millionaires and billionaires do, and this is what we do all the time. And we want to welcome you back. I'm glad you're here and joining us for today's episode. I got a few segments that I just want to get off my chest, and hopefully it makes sense to you. And then, we can bring you guys in. But before I get started, I just want to welcome all of our new guests. Welcome to our Lifestyle Focused Wealth Studios. Thank you for joining us again. My name is Ronco Johnson. And, what is it worth to you? What is it worth to you to have your freedom and your independence? Just take a moment to think about that, right? Just take a moment to think about that before we even get started. Because this is when the lights go on. Are you ready? And if you're not thinking about your independence and the state of the world today, I think we're all thinking about it with new changes in our government and ideals changing. At the same time, you have new technology and all these things happening. How independent are we? Are we enslaved more than ever before? Oh, just a lot to think about on this Independence Day. On this Independence Day, and it just makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, how do you declare your independence? What kind of freedom are you really living for? This is what I want to know today. I want to know that today. But before I get into it, I want to make sure that I let everyone know to smash the bell. And if you got time to make a comment today, make a comment. Right? And if you make a comment, don't forget to put the words takeaways in there. That lets me know that you're taking away something from our program. That lets me know that this is information that you really want to hear. Okay? And we're only giving you what you asked for. We're only giving you what you asked for. So I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate you hanging with us and coming back to us and bringing your friends. And guess what? We also need you to do a couple more things before we get going. I want you to be prideful and smash the like button and subscribe. Let's go ahead and lock in. Give me the thumbs up at the beginning, then we don't have to wait till the end. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you can get all of our fresh content so that you can be involved. We want you to be involved. We need you to be in the room. That way you're reminded, hey, we got things to do. It's a blueprint, and we're living here. It's living right here. Your blueprint to freedom is living right here. So if that is something that's aligned with your spirit, I appreciate it in advance, and thank you for your commitment. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for coming back to us every single Friday right here at 1 o'clock. And I look forward to talking to you more and more and more. So also at the end of this program, don't forget to look down at the bottom of the descriptions and our description notes. And don't forget to sign up for our email list. That's right. You can get art, travel, recipes, and much, much more for free. Just because I love you, just because you're hanging out with us. And I want you to be a part of our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Yes, our legacy architects, that's what we call them. Our legacy architects are folks that are building wealth. And we're building wealth right there with you. That's why we call you legacy architects, because it's what you leave behind. It's what you build today. It's what you build with intention. Yes, that's what we're really talking about. Building wealth is a little different when you build it with intention. And that's what a legacy architect is all about. See, we're building it to last. We're not building it to fall down. So we want to make sure we got all the qualities that are necessary for it to remain for decades and decades after we're gone. That's what we're talking about. So let's make this spot hot. Thank you guys for joining us. We got some real stuff to get into today, but you can join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. It's just $16 a month if you pay your annual premium and subscribe today. Get access to our newsletter, our magazines, our travel plans, our upcoming seminars and coaching sessions, and much, much more. So go ahead, get in the room. You can go to roncojohnson.com or lifestylefocusedwealthcommunity.com. And get in there and start joining us. I'd love to hear from you, because it makes things work when you have people in the room that are just like you with the same mindset. And it just makes sense. It makes sense. Hello to everybody out there. I see you popping in. And thank you guys for joining us on this 4th of July weekend, or going into your 4th of July weekend. But I got some serious matters that we got to change up, okay? I got to change it up for us, because I want to get into this thing. Because I've had time to think about this day, especially after, we got bombs going off. We got people running scared and people being deported. And we're talking about independence today. 240 years ago, a nation declared its independence, not just from a king, but from its limitations. And today, on this July 4th, we gather not just to celebrate what was, but we want to integrate what is. Because the world needs it, it seems like to me, So, freedom isn't just about red, white, and blue. It's being able to say yes to your purpose without asking permission. I think we're all adults here, right? So it's removing the debt chains. It's removing all those limitations and reclaiming your time, and also passing on more than just memories. Yes, everybody, I'm Ronco Johnson. Thank you guys for joining us. This is Lifestyle Focused Wealth, better known as When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? And if you're listening today, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be ready to declare something more for yourself also. I think so. I really think just by tuning in, you're going to be able to do that. Hi, Leela. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I see you back there out there in good old Canton, Georgia. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about some pretty deep stuff. It's going to make you say, And it's okay if you give me a thumbs up or give me a in the comments for hanging out with us. And I know that some people are out there already barbecuing, and if you were in Atlanta, you probably got the Peachtree Road Race out of you. And it's about nap time at noon about this time, trying to get your body back in shape after being in this heat. But for those of you that are rocking with me right now, it's time to talk about the first segment of the day. We're going to be talking about the evolution of freedom. And I just want to take a moment to set some context, set the cultural and the emotional context necessary to draw these parallels of America's founding declaration and the modern day Declaration of Financial Independence. See, freedom once meant land, right? That's what it meant. But today it means liquidity, legacy, and leverage. And we need to talk about that. So my goal here is to help you see the vision of becoming a legacy architect for yourself. And not just having wealth, but building it with intention. And this is important because let's be honest, freedom hasn't changed. And freedom has changed a little bit. Actually, it has changed. It changed a lot. It's no longer just about borders. It's all about bandwidth. It's about emotional bandwidth, financial bandwidth, time bandwidth. And the truth is, millions of people are living with a limited access to the one thing money can't buy, and that's peace of mind. Again, today's one of those days that we have to think a little bit deeper, because what freedom used to mean, land, guns, voting, rights, and property, and now we're talking about liquidity and leverage and legacy. The new revolution isn't fought with a musket. It's fought with your mindset. And that's what's happening. We have a complete mindset shift here in America. And this is where I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out because we need you to become a legacy architect. It's important that you start thinking about your legacy and building it with intention. And that's important because we're learning more and more today that it's up to no one but you to build it. So let me ask you, what's your declaration this year? And don't give me the information about your government choice, but what's your declaration to your bloodline? That's my question to you. What will your great grandchildren say that you stood for something? What will they say? What will they say? Put it in the comments down below. What would you want your great grandparents to say about you and what you stood for? I think that's a great conversation opener, just that by itself. But I think at this point in life, we got to start talking about breaking the chains. And I just want to take a moment to talk about the myths. Then there's myths about money that we all kind of have. And it's okay to admit that because we all come from different places. See, wealth doesn't mean income. Because on multiple occasions, we've spotlighted people earning a lot of money, but living broke. And how can you do that? Emotional spending, generational habits, systemic narratives that we feel like we're not in control. It's how they keep people enslaved. Now we got more holidays that got you going out spending. Every holiday got you going out buying more things. So today I'm not here to just inspire you, but I'm hopeful that I'm here to equip you with the information that's necessary for you to need as you start to put this on your task list. Because freedom is not a feeling, it's a function. It's a simple function that is built on layer by layer, decision by decision. In this segment of this episode, we're going to talk about where we're going to break down these myths about I want to break down the myths that have kept people financially enslaved for so long and how you can finally break free. See, we've all inherited hustle, but it's really time to start teaching harvest, because at the end of the day, I think you can agree that some of these plans are outdated. Some of the things that are just simply not working. Some of the things that have been tolerated just can no longer be tolerated. It's becoming a time where we're in an age with all this technology, but it's weird how we're being forced to go backwards. We have the ability to have AI tell us everything in seconds, but they want to hide the truth from us all at the same time. Are y'all understanding where I'm coming from today? Well, I want to talk about the illusion of wealth, okay? So let's get something straight. I need you to understand something here. And I know I'm about to be a little disruptive in my conversation, just a little bit. But actually, I don't think I'm being disruptive. I think I'm actually just stating what everybody already knows to be true. I'll give you a second. Hold your breath. You're like, oh, RJ, here you go again. On the illusion of wealth. High income doesn't equal wealth. I want to say that again. High income does not equal wealth. Strange to me that we put so much value on people with high incomes. Because you can earn six figures and still be living paycheck to paycheck. You can drive a luxury car and still feel enslaved by debt. That's not freedom. That's financial cosplay. A simple act. Pretend. There's a lot of people pretending out there to be financially successful. I call it the performative success trap. That's what I call it. It's when the appearance overrides actual financial security. And why generational poverty isn't just about dollars anymore. It's inherited mindset. It's emotional spending. It's the fear of investment. Why are we having these issues today? We're more educated, more access to money, more access to knowledge than ever before. But the silent killer that creeps in on our lifestyle continuously creeps in on our lifestyles. Credit confusion, fear-based money decisions, all these things continue to happen. And take a moment to say hello, put something in the comments. If y'all making sense to you, if I'm just spitting out rhetoric that probably doesn't pertain to you, I want to know. I want to know how you're feeling. because everybody that is listening to this podcast, we need you in the room. We need your voices in the room, right? I'm not just a talking head here. We're here talking about things that matter. And our goal today is to enlighten you and put you in a perspective where on this day, I want you to be able to walk away with action steps, a mindset, a lifestyle focused wealth, and how it works in action. Because there's people out there just like you that other people want to know what millionaires and billionaires are doing. And when you start to see it from a different perspective, your independence starts to show its head. And how you're aligned in your lifestyle and your long-term hopes and dreams and your wealth is starting to grow without sacrificing your authenticity. I think it makes sense because the strategic elements of insurance planning, credit precision, and a little bit of mindset shifts and using these legacy tools that we've talked about, when you put all of that together, it can bust open some myths that I want to talk about. And in this particular section, there's 3 lies that I think that keep us enslaved financially. And I want to address those 3 lies. I'm looking at my comments here. You know, and I know there's going to be some meat on the bone for you guys today. I'm going to leave some meat on the bones for you today because I know once I get in one of these moods, I really just want to make you think deeper than where you are. While you're by that poolside, enjoying your barbecue and watching your kids play with your neighbors and your family members, I need you to remember something. We've been sold a dream that doesn't deliver. But it's time to rewrite that script. Because lie number 1 that I just don't understand is if I just make more, I'll be fine. If I could just make more money, I'll be fine. That's lie number 1. But when we think about it, it's not how much you earn. It's truly about how much you keep, how much you protect, and how much you position. For example, clients increased income and increased stress until their wealth strategies was realigned. In other words, when our people sit down, if they're spending too much, they're stressed the hell out. Financial health and physical health go hand in hand. But you need to be physically healthy to enjoy it long term. This is why the realignment of how you think about your wealth is so very important. Take a moment as you're eating that hamburger to think about what I'm saying. Lie number 2. Debt is normal. Everyone has it. Well, ideally, what's common isn't always correct because debt is a tool. It's not an identity. So, in this situation, I want to highlight your personal credit restoration philosophy here. Precision, fairness, and empowerment. For those of you that look at credit as, I'm going to go buy an item that doesn't have a rate of return on it, maybe you're right. Everybody has debt. You might be looking at a person that knows how to collateralize debt, leverage debt, and think that person is up to their ears in debt. But what they've done, they've leveraged the debt as seed capital to start their businesses, to bring in revenue. Appreciating assets are purchased. And you're not seeing the behind the first screen, what's behind the first screen. If you get my hint. The third lie I want to talk about today is I'm too late to start building a legacy. That's BS, everybody. Your legacy isn't a destination, it's a decision. You can make a decision right now, this afternoon, that, listen, I no longer want to be in debt. I'm going to tell you all a little story. I'm going to tell you a little story about a woman I know. And we're going to call her Janine. Janine was a single woman. She had 2 kids, 3 jobs, 0 savings. But she made one decision. She came to me not wanting to be rich, but all she wanted to do was get ready. And in 12 months, it wasn't that long, 12 months, she had life insurance layered in, credit restored. She had emergency funds that were in place. She started her non-qualified annuity. She had some retirement plans from her IRAs and Roth IRAs. You know what the wildest part of it is? Her income, it didn't change. All that changed was her mindset. See, when you really think about it, Janine didn't find freedom. She forged it. She created it. See, you don't need a trust fund to build trust. You can start by being the first person in your family to draw up the blueprint. You can create the blueprint today. You don't have to wait for someone to leave you one. Be the blueprint. I mean, right now, take 5 minutes after this segment, write down what you believe in about money and what you believe. And then I want you to ask yourself something. Where did that belief come from? Did it come from your parents, your pastor, TikTok? Then I want you to ask yourself another question. Has it been serving you or enslaving you? These are important questions. I think once we really sit down and we want to be honest with ourselves, we have the right. We have the right to ask right now. We have the right to ask ourselves the difficult questions, don't you think? I think so. I think you have the right. I think you should take that moment and clean it up. Because, like we talked about, the lifestyle focused wealth in action needs you to be honest with yourself. Because, you know, these myths that we've been talking about keep us stuck, but strategy sets us free. In this next segment, I'm going to be breaking down how real people, just like you, are designing lives of purpose, protection, and possibility without sacrificing who they are. See, when people start to think about retirement, they think of sacrifice. But when they think of insurance, they think of expense. But I see some different. I see tools. They're powerful ones also. They're the most powerful tools on the planet, if you ask me. These tools that, when you combine them with strategically with our lifestyle focused philosophy, They can rewrite your entire wealth story with a pen, some wet ink, and a piece of paper. I was having a conversation with some advisors the other day, and I told them, they were asking me, what do you sell? And I told them, I said, well, my firm, we don't sell products. We orchestrate outcomes. And this is where lifestyle-focused wealth comes to life. If you don't have an advisor, or you have an advisorial team with vision, or you're not part of a group that has that vision, you need to be a part of our group. There's so many people focused on selling the product, but don't know how to orchestrate the outcome. You got to have the blueprint. And once you have the blueprint, you can't be distracted because you know exactly where you're heading. You know exactly why you're making the moves that you're making. And you also know that you're making moves that 95% of the population is not making. So you know not to ask them because you're moving in a different type of way. You're moving like the minorities of this world. Wealthy people. Am I making sense to y'all today? Hopefully I'm motivating you. Let me check our comments. If I'm making sense to you, please make a comment down there. Please make a comment. I see you, Leela. Thank you for joining us. You said what? Let me see what you're saying. Living paycheck to paycheck with all the name brands and no lights on at home. Man, that's a lights out moment for real. That's really a lights out moment for real. Hi, Sandy. I see you. Happy 4th. Thank you for joining us. So your mindset is important. In order to change your mindset, you got to change your mindset. Lily, you're absolutely right. You got to change your mindset in order to change the outcome. Thank you so much for your comments. Because that's where we are in our lives right now. Especially if you're in your 40s, 50s. It's that time for you to really start thinking about what's in your wallet. Declare your financial independence. It's time for us to start declaring our financial independence right now. Right now. I got 3 action steps that I'm going to lay out for you. Well, after the break, I'm going to lay out these 3 action steps. And I think you can appreciate it. Because the truth is, you don't need $1 million to start. You need a millionaire mindset. And one courageous conversation. And this is where I'm going to invite you to join us. Our Lifestyle Focused Wealth team wants to hear from you. If you can have that one conversation that may spark a change in your life, and you knew it was absolutely the right choice, would you wait on it or would you make that change? Stay tuned. I got 3 action steps for you after the break. Hey, join our Lifestyle Focused Wealth community. Membership starting at $16 a month when you pay the annual subscription. So register online today at www.lifestylefocusedwealth.com. Hey, y'all, it's Ronco Johnson, your Lifestyle Focused Wealth Coach. Thank you for joining us. We're talking about declaring your financial independence right now, starting today. We've all heard about history, right? You've seen the blueprint. Now it's your turn. So, because here's the truth. Now, I'm just going to share with you the truth. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. Not the government, not your job, not luck. Your freedom will not be handed down. It's just that fact. Your freedom must be declared and then designed intentionally. Just going to let that sink in for a second. Some of you need to hear it that way, because some of you think you're going to be waiting on a life raft that ain't coming. It's not coming. The only thing you can do is make your mind to live the lifestyle that you deserve to live, to create the legacy that your family legacy deserves to have. And see, I got 3 steps right here that will help you begin your financial declaration. And y'all tell me about it. I want to see if you can follow me on this, right? Number 1, it's time to conduct a personal freedom audit. A personal freedom audit. You know, do me a favor, go ahead and pull your bank statements this weekend. Highlight every transaction that brings you closer to your wealth and every one that pulls you further away. I want you to look at every transaction that pulls you further away from being wealthy. And freedom begins with awareness. And guess what? It's really not even that difficult these days. You got ChatGPT, you got AI, you can take your financial statement and just drop it in one of those and it will tell you right quick what transactions are bringing you closer or further away from wealth. It'll tell you. All you got to do is ask it. You don't even have to sit with a financial advisor these days. It's time to conduct your personal freedom audit. Because sometimes, you know, this is just worth repeating. And I want you to know, you don't need to be rich to build a legacy. I'm saying it again for you. You don't have to be rich to build a legacy. You don't. You do know what you need. You do need a reason, a rhythm, and the right tools, though. That part you do need. We want to make sure that we understand one another, because that's what you're going to need in order to make this thing work. Okay? And that's something that we can get just by sitting down with your lifestyle focused wealth coach. You can catch me at roncojohnson.com, book a one-on-one section today. Or you can go to LR Johnson and Associates Incorporated, and those advisors are ready to help you. They're ready to help you. If you don't have anyone to turn to, hey, let us help. Or let us direct you in the right way. Because that's what we're here to do. We want to make sure that you're getting the right information. I think that's so important to so many of you. Wouldn't that be helpful? Isn't that helpful? I honestly think that's financial literacy at its best, when we can help each other just by having a conversation, and that conversation shifts the way you think. And that conversation can be putting you on a pathway to freedom, helping you to declare your independence. Is that helping you guys out today? Is it? I just want to make sure. Okay? Number 2. I need you to restructure just one asset this month. Choose one. Review your life insurance strategies if that's the case. And use a strategic lens. You need to use a strategic mindset when we're talking about it. Accessing your home equity lines of potential. Let's talk about that. Just what about restructuring just one? Open a leveraged retirement account. And I know you've been watching TikTok and all those things. Vehicles like IULs, whole life insurance, annuities, IRAs, all those things are important. It doesn't matter. You just take a look at it. Freedom, it doesn't need fireworks. That's the thing that I realized. It needs follow through. And are you willing to make the follow through today? You don't need fireworks. They're nice, but I want freedom. And I want to make sure I'm following through. Check your credit reports. Get those things off your credit that are on your credit. Take the time to go through and put your corrections out on pieces of paper. Look, I don't mind telling you, we all have it. We all have it. I did it myself. I help other people do it all the time. Let's just get it corrected. Get it off your report. If it doesn't belong there, get it off. Why? Because when opportunities come where you can learn to leverage your credit report, that high credit score that you've been waiting on or waiting on somebody to give you is there. But you're going to have to put the effort in to clean it up. And once you clean it up, your scores are going to go up. And once the scores go up, you're going to save more money on lower interest. And the lower the interest, the more money that you can make for yourself. We can have this conversation. Number 3, I need you to craft your wealth mission statement. Why are you building wealth? Ask yourself the question. Why are you building wealth? For who? And for what reason? And what's the legacy blueprint all about? Once you start to ask these questions, I think you will start to get deeper and deeper into your mission. Because people don't follow plans, they follow purpose. And once you find your purpose, this is going to be an easy conversation for you. And your mission is the compass. When you're following your purpose, that's your mission, and your mission is going to guide you where you need to go. It's going to guide you to the right professionals. It's going to guide you to the right financial tools. It's all in there. That's why our lifestyle focused wealth philosophy is so important and so strong and so incredibly life-changing. It's because it allows you to sit down and think about and articulate where you are, where you want to go with intention, and to help start being the architect of your legacy. But you can't build it on your own. Get with your financial professional and build it together. Now, don't you see? One of the coolest things in the world to be is a legacy architect. And you can only become one of those right here at Lifestyle Focused Wealth. Our community is all filled with legacy architects. And I love sitting down with every one of you. Am I making sense to you? Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Give me an amen. Ask me a question before we get to the end. Let me know that you're listening to us today, because this is important. It's important to me. I want to make sure that you continue to follow us. You can find me on all social media. Just follow at Ronco Johnson. You can go to YouTube. You can go to IG. Send me an IG. Send me a message if you want to. I would love to hear from you. Okay? That's exactly right. At Ronco Johnson. I'm easy to find. I'm easy to find. Yes, and I want you to continue. I want you to continue watching our programs. I want you to watch our full-length version of this every Friday 1 o'clock. Get more financial tips of the wealthy. Because if we're sharing this financial education, this financial literacy, helping you to become wiser so that you can make financially intelligent decisions, because you're informed, is the key. It's not being sold. The truth is being told. And we want to make sure that you're in the house. That's all. We just want to make sure you're in the house. We want to make sure that you're getting the information that's necessary for you to make the comeback, for you to make the change, for you to be the blueprint of your family. Just come on in and let me know. And I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to having a conversation with you about your change. I do. I think that's the next step in your life, is when you can sit down and start having the conversation about vision and your invitations. And this is important to me because I think the vision part is important. And I want to wrap up with this. So now that you've been declared your independence financially, what kind of world are you creating? What kind of world are you creating with this financial independence that you now have been declared? Let's close this together. Come on. All we have to do, with a little vision and with intention, we can create this blueprint together. If you're not ready, you're having a lights out moment. Time's running out. Are you ready? Are you ready? I think the world is actually putting us in a situation right now where we have to start thinking about these things. And we have to start visualizing with intention these things, because they're important. We can't no longer just put them on the back burner and overlook them. We can't pass by them any longer, because there's no time for delay. There is no time for any further delay. It's that time to make a choice, right? Am I making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up if you're there. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if it's making sense to you. I love it. We're coming down to the end, folks. And I want to leave you with this. Legacy is not what you leave behind. It's the way you live right now. Every choice you make, every dollar that you direct, every story you rewrite, it all matters. It absolutely matters. And they say freedom is free. But you and I know freedom is earned. So I personally believe that freedom is earned through personal sacrifice. It's through sacrifice, through strategy, through showing up for yourself, even when it's hard. So today, I'm going to ask you to do a couple things. Let this be your line in the sand, if I will. Let this be your moment to step forward, because freedom isn't found. It's forged. And you need to forge forward for your freedom. Be the blueprint for your legacy. That's the action that I'm calling on from you today, all of today. is because, when we think about our Independence Day, I think we all need to be thinking about our personal independence. And if you're ready to step beyond motivation into the movement, join me. Join me right here at Lifestyle Focused Wealth. Join our community of Lifestyle Focused Wealth Achievers. Our legacy architects are waiting for you. Join all of us. It's time to book your one-on-one. It's time to get your Freedom Blueprint session. It's time to connect with other legacy architects. It's time for you to subscribe and share. And at this moment, and most importantly, you need to get started right now, today, because the next generation isn't waiting on you. They're not waiting. Believe me, things are moving faster than I can make you imagine. Say, listen, that's my time today. Thank you so much for joining us. If this is your first time, I want to make sure that you come back and catch us every Friday at 1 o'clock. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for listening. Your ear is important, but most importantly, like I said earlier, we need you in the room. We absolutely need you in the room, and we look forward to seeing you each and every Friday at 1 o'clock right here as we talk about what wealthy people do, your mindset, your money, travel, food, and much, much more, right? So I want to thank you for your time. And if this resonates with you, if this was in alignment with your spirit, don't keep it for yourself. Do me a favor. Tell someone, and tell someone. Hey, that's my time. I'm Ronco Johnson. When the lights go out, are you ready? See you next time.